Hey everybody, Dan Holstein here, helping your business take flight. And today our topic of conversation is knowing when to quit. So we're talking about knowing when to quit, but quit what exactly? A business, a job, a market, a product or service, a staff member? Well, all the above. As business owners, we sometimes find ourselves in the situation where something just isn't working out the way we hoped it would. Yet we continue pushing forward on it. We just in the hopes that something's going to change. If you've ever been there, just raise your hand. I think we've all been there as business owners from time to time. And that's okay, but we have to realize that sometimes we do need to stop. We do need to quit because it's not working and it's not going to work. So, how does this happen? Well, we have something called sunk cost bias that we have to bear in mind. And what that means is that as humans, we're not so much wired for gain as we are to avoid loss. And if we've put time and energy and money into a situation and we're not getting the return that we hope for, we don't want to stop because we have all that time and energy invested and it's going to seem like a real loss if we stop. It's like, why did I spend all that money for this outcome? It didn't happen. Why did I put all this time and energy into it? So we erroneously push forward in the thought that, hey, if we just keep going, something's going to get better. We'll turn the corner, things will improve. A great example I see from time to time with business owners is they'll have a staff member on the team and they're not doing the best job. They're okay, but they're not really performing at a high level. And by the time the business owner decides, hey, maybe this person needs to move on, they've got their salary, to date invested. They've got recruitment costs, they've got training costs, all this kind of stuff invested in that individual. And so they're reticent to pull the plug and say, hey, we need to put you in a different role or we need to let you go because you've got all this time and money and energy invested. And eventually, when they finally, see the writing on the wall, the person's not going to get any better, or they're not going to be a better fit for the role, and they finally let them go. It's a big relief. It's a weight off their shoulders. The person who's let go is probably relieved because they're, like a fish out of water in a role that's not suitable for them. And they can move on. And the other team members can breathe a sigh of relief because now they're going to have a higher performer in that role. So, trying to push things forward for the fear of the loss of the investment, it's not a great strategy. We need to know when to quit. So, a couple things we need to bear in mind about this. It's not going to feel good when we have to make the decision to stop doing something, making the decision to quit. We're going to feel like we've made a big mistake, like we're wrong, but what we failed. But look, we need to look at this as learning experiences. Okay, so hey, we invested this time and energy in this individual. It didn't work out. What can we learn from this? How can we iterate faster? How can we determine that something isn't working even more quickly next time? Right. So we don't want to worry too much about it. The fact that we've got the investment, hey, it's better to stop the loss now, stop the bleeding now than continue. And for, hoping an outcome's going to happen that doesn't. So here's the thing. Listen to that gut feeling that you've got. If you're involved in something and you're in endeavor and your gut's going, yeah, probably this is not going to work out, or why am I doing this? Or man, here we go again. That's probably a good indication you need to re-examine what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how you're going about doing it. Now, when I'm talking about quitting, I don't mean just full on pull the plug. Sometimes that is the answer. We need to pull the chute and just stop doing something, but it can be as much as just change direction a little bit or put some proper measurement in place to kind of verify that gut feeling, right? Just do things so that you can confirm or deny that whatever you're doing is or is not working, that the marketing is working, the person is improving, that the product or service is desired and it does have a market. So you can save yourself a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of frustration by quitting faster. And here's the thing, when you say no to the endeavor that's not really working, you're opening yourself up and saying yes to something else that will work, right? You're changing direction. You're not stuck in one spot. You're changing direction and you can get to where you need to be. But just remember, you got that feeling of, oh, I'm going to be making a mistake if I do this, or I was wrong. Don't worry about it. Stop being wrong. Don't be wrong longer. Give it up, move on to try something else. So iterate through this faster. So that's it for this week. Where in your business do you need to stop or to quit or to make some adjustments for something that's not working the way you hoped it would? If you have any questions about this, or you have a situation that you need to stop, you're not sure how to stop stopping or get started stopping, feel free to reach out and happy to have a chat with you anytime. Have a fantastic week. Catch you next time.